If you're a young adult, you may have heard of what credit cards are and what they can do. It's not surprising considering 84% of US adults had a credit card in 2021, with 73% of Americans having a credit card by age 25. That said, it's a very common thing to see nowadays, with people using credit cards here and there. But you may be warned by other people that having credit cards at a young age may be detrimental to you. And it's true. A lot of people are stuck paying for credit card debt for decades. How can you avoid this? This is Income Intelligentsia, real-life advice for practical and financial goals. What we want to talk about today is how to go through credit usage as a young adult and how to translate that credit usage into bigger credit limits and better perks. So let's get to it. Now, we have to advise you that credit cards are typically risky for younger adults, and usually people are warned if they're young, mainly because you need to be able to have a steady income stream to be able to pay off that credit card balances. You have to understand that a lot of people are in debt due to poor credit card usage, with some of them being unable to fully pay off their debt even after decades due to high APR and being unable to pay balances in full. According to Forbes, as of August 2023, here is the average credit card debt by age. For those younger than 29, $2,900. For the 30 to 39 age group, it's $5,800. For the 40 to 49 age group, it's $76,000. For ages 50 to 64, it's $7,200. And lastly, for 65 and above, it's $4,700. Credit debt is a difficult pitfall to get out of if you're not knowledgeable about it. As a result, a lot of people are going to have negative opinions about it and tell you as a young adult to stay away from credit cards or not be tempted by its ease of access. We want to stress that while it's good to have a credit card if you know how to use it, it's not necessarily for everyone. Being a credit card holder requires a lot of responsible spending, keeping an eye out for your finances, and self-control. A good rule of thumb is to only spend money that you have. You should always treat your credit card as your debit card to maximize it. Now, what do we mean by that? Essentially, what you want to do here is if you're someone that has $200 on your debit card, it's wise for you to treat $200 as your spending limit on your credit card. That way, you're always going to be able to pay off your credit card debt no matter what. You essentially want your actual money to cushion your spending habits, all while being able to use the convenience of your credit cards along with the added benefits like points, perks, and cashback. Now, because that's what we want to start you off with, we want to talk about a good type of starter card, the secured credit card. They function the same way as the method we've shared earlier in the sense that you need to have a deposit and that will act as your credit limit. These are generally good starter cards for people that have little to no credit and are perfect for students and young adults starting their credit journey. Banks generally ask for a security deposit before approving your credit card application so that they'll have something to collect if you're unable to pay off your credit card bill. This also establishes your relation with your bank in the sense that your name and information is in their system, and they know that you have money coming in and coming out of your accounts. These kinds of credit cards also have no annual fees, so you can keep them for as long as you like without having to worry about any annual payments that you can't pay for. You may ask, how do credit card providers make money off of their customers? Well, it's a three-way transaction between you, the credit card company, and the vendors you'll transact with. The vendors usually pay the credit card company a fee for the convenience of transacting, and the fee is usually added onto the price of the item you're buying. This is usually the reason why you'll get discounts whenever you buy in cash. From there, you earn points from the credit card companies whenever you use your card. It's a system that benefits everybody, and as a result, we want to be able to be the ones that gain the most out of it. Now, the general idea here is to be responsible, and we've outlined a few tips to do so. 1. Always pay in full every month. Some cards have no APR, but it doesn't mean having leftover balances is a good habit to start. 2. Don't spend over 30% of your credit limit. You'll have trouble paying it off. 3. Don't cancel credit cards, especially if they don't have any annual fees. 4. Don't forget your welcome bonus. Generally, you get the most points here to start you off. And 5. Don't spend more money than your checking account. You'll have trouble paying off credit card debt if you owe more than what you actually have. If you're someone that habitually does all these things, the bank will notice that you've been more financially responsible with the money that goes in and goes out of your account. Give or take 2 or 3 months, you'll want to be able to upgrade your card into an unsecured card, or just a regular credit card. In some instances, they'll even give you back your initial security deposit when you decide to upgrade your card. Now, you typically want to get a better credit card if you're someone that needs the higher credit limit and/or you're able to utilize their benefits more. The general idea here is that with better credit cards, you get more points, more benefits, and more perks for it. With regular credit cards, however, there's usually an annual fee involved, so you're more inclined to actually use your cards to maximize what you get out of it. The main idea here is that if you're making more money and you're spending more, you're ready to upgrade your credit card to a mid-tier card. Just some examples are the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the American Express Gold Card, the Capital One Venture Card, and the American Express Green Card. These cards are perfect for those with good income streams and are regularly making money. If you're someone with a regular income, you're more likely to be able to utilize these cards for your groceries, your gas, eating out, and traveling. What we want to do here is to use it for regular spending, acquire points, and then use those points for free stuff and better services. These can range from free room upgrades at hotels, free vacations, and cashback whenever you buy groceries. The downside with these cards is that you may not find value in these cards if you're thrifty, and you don't go out to eat or you don't travel. These kinds of cards usually require you to spend more in order to gain more, which is why credit cards are usually used to pay all sorts of things like rent, utilities, and groceries. Additionally, if you're planning on getting the more elite credit cards, those two are hard to justify if you're someone that doesn't spend a lot. The annual fees alone will eat at your budget, and while those give out the best perks out of all the credit card tiers, they're generally for big spenders. If you're someone that travels a lot, dines out frequently, and takes a lot of vacations, it's possible that the higher tier credit cards are the ones for you. Just some examples of premium credit cards are the Platinum Card from American Express with a whopping $695 annual fee and an 80,000 point intro offer, the Chase Sapphire Reserve at $550 a year with 60,000 points for the intro offer, and the Delta SkyMiles Reserve American Express card with a $550 a year annual fee and 60,000 miles for their intro offer. That said, those are the credit card tiers, how to start off with credit usage as a young adult, some easy habits to incorporate early onto your credit journey, and some examples of credit cards that may be of use in the future. If you've enjoyed this video and found us helpful, please hit the like and subscribe button. We like to be able to grow alongside you, and we're pumped to have you in our next video. Stay mentally healthy, and let's get financially fit together.